Welcome to Shekinah Europe. I'm joined by Father Jose Maniankard, and today we're going to explore, is yoga appropriate for Christians, or even more specifically, Catholics, to practice? So, Father Jose, we could start in so many different areas of this, but I thought yoga, could we discuss where it comes from? Does it come from a specific religion, or is it sort of non-religious?
So, Philip, that's a good question, because I'm hearing this question around the world. But there are people, they think that's good. So I'm going to explain how yoga affects our spiritual life. How the yoga is an obstacle to good heaven. Because yoga is coming from Hinduism. So yoga has been popularly known, and even Catholic school, Catholic places, they practice the yoga. So this is the work of the evil, how to get into our spiritual life, how to block it. That's I want to explain that. And yoga classes are being offered in the dance studios, hospitals, schools, and even churches. They teaching the yoga parishes. So it appeals the people because it offers stretching exercise as well as meditation that calm the mind. So people say stretching only. So some people ask the question, Father, what is the problem with it? I'm always stretching. It's always stretching. It's like exercise. But stretching, some poses, stretching is a symbol of the demons. Not all of them, I say that. Some of them, it's a symbol. So we are unknowingly inviting the demon in our life. And that is opposite to the Christian life. Opposite to the teaching of Jesus. So exercise, they say, but how many exercises we have? We don't want yoga exercise. We have a lot of, if now very easy to find your Google or your internet, you can make a lot of exercises we can find. Lot of fitness services around the world. There are many, many ways, even if pay no money, we can find in the TV, in the internet, we can just follow that. You can put the TV, and I do my exercise, the TV, I put the exercise, and I imitate. And go with the exercise, that's good exercise. So there are many good ways you can wait to go to yoga. That's the problem. Yoga is the Hindu practice, and yoga lead to cult. You understand me? Cult means. So we are not allowed to, but unfortunately, I don't criticize anybody. I'm not judging anybody. They are unknowingly. With a knowing also exercise. But my dear people of God, this is the Satan leading you to the eternal damnation. This is satanic. Satan is very cunning, very clever. He knows how to attract and catch you. So, for example, the fishermen, fishing rod, we put a bait and we throw. So the fish so attracted to the food, they come and swallow the bait, and the fisherman catch and kill. Kill. Again, example, kill that fish. So this happened. This is like a bait to us. Satan put there to catch our soul.
I also want to talk about, as maybe you might have touched on it, but the yoga postures and also going on symbols in general. So you said something about how they can attract demons, perhaps? Is that
there are some
correct?
Symbols are the signs, the demons and some deity. So these are some of the, I don't know all of them, but this is a little bit the way of thinking of exercise and health. But even little things can distract you. Understand the point? I don't say 100% No, but even little thing we take in the exercise, that can be is a deity, the satanic symbol.
And does yoga contradict Christianity?
Yeah, the contradict to our life, spiritual life, Christianity, because that teaching is totally against Jesus' teaching. And what yoga means? Western Library Dictionary gives us clear definition of yoga. The state, yoga is a system of Hindu philosophy. This is from the Western Library Dictionary. Dictionary gives us yoga means a system of Hindu philosophy. This is in the dictionary, okay? A strict spiritual discipline practiced to gain control over the forces of one's being, to gain occult powers, but chiefly to attain union with the deity or universal spirit.
So people practicing yoga are sort of tapping into the occult without realizing.
The knowing, understanding.
Wow.
This is not my opinion. This is the Western's Library Dictionary. Give us the clear definition.
So it's like with their free will, they're sort of opening themselves up to all sorts of harm.
many people they don't realize that, not understanding what's the habit. It's very clear. This is the dictionary. They're saying what yoga means. This spiritual practice to gain control over the forces of one's being, to gain occult powers. Occult powers, evil powers.
Yeah, evil.
Occult powers, but chiefly to attain union with the deity or universal spirit.
Yeah.
That's the reason we oppose, we say, practice that lead your soul to the hell.
And it's in the mainstream quite a lot, isn't it, yoga? And it's sort of, I suppose what you said about Satan being cunning.
Satan cunning and clever, very clever.
Because of yoga, it's sort of put in the mainstream culture as like harmless and even seen as healthy. But it's clearly very harmful. And there's also alternatives.
Make your body healthy and fit and everything, but our soul is decay or dying and soul is dead. What's the meaning? So we're carrying a dead soul.
Soul lives
on. So this is, you nourish your body is going to harm to your soul.
Yeah.
That's the reason we oppose yoga practice.
Well, yeah. Well, thanks, Father Jose, for going through that.
Let me say one more time.
Yeah, absolutely.
The goal of Hinduism, see, I'm from India, Hinduism. The goal of Hinduism is to discover your true self, which is a God of Brahman. That means to discover yourself. You are Brahman, you are God. So that's kind of surrendering to you, saying that you are the God, you are the power. So make you a God, opposite to the first commandment. I am the only Lord, there's no God beside me. So the first and the most commandment of God, 10 commandments. So it's totally different. The yoga, part of the Hindu religion, as told you, for them, union with God or yoke with God. Then the main goal is to become God. Aham Brahma. So you are God. You are like Lucifer in heaven. God is some gift to God's gift to give, not his own. Now I have a gift of God. God's gift to me. I know God. So Lucifer, the archangel in heaven, God gives so many gifts, and he said, now look at my gifts, look at my ability, look at what I'm doing. I am the God. Don't worship him. Suppose you are a God. Okay, my people, my followers, don't worship him. Now, I am the God. Worship me. This is happening. Yoga means I'm God. Aham Brahma. I'm the God. Look at me inside. You are the God. Why you worship for this? That's happening now. So yoga will say, dangerous to a soul, dangerous go to heaven. So we have to understand very well. So they view yoga as a path to discovery of the true self. That means discovery. Who I am. I'm the God. And also, Hindu literature states the sage yoked in yoga soon attains absolute life. So they meditate and praying, king or the blessing, I became God. So that's, I told you again, repeat, that's the first commandment. So we can order, practice the yoga. Then another, does these ideas contradict Christian belief? Is the contradict Christian belief? Yes. Hindus believes in reincarnation, many lives, karma. That's a Hindu belief. Through the practice of yoga, the Hindu strive to free himself from the bondage of karma. Karma means our act, okay? Karma. And which is the law of cause and effect which burdens the soul, which the effects of sin and keeps it tied with the cycle of rebirth. Hindu philosophy. Rebirth, reincarnation. That's totally against God's teaching.
Yeah.
That's the reason we cannot. So as Christians, we know that Christ redeemed us by his death. And we die only once, as the scriptures state in Hebrew 9:27. Chapter 9:27. We know we are judged by our God at our death, called a private judgment. Then we have the final judgment. We have two judgments, you know that. Now, when you die, that's called a first judgment.
The fourth judgment.
When you die, that moment the judgment.
Yeah.
Where to go, where to stay, to go heaven or hell, whatever that's called. Our first judgment. The time of death. Then Jesus coming the second time, that's a final judgment.
Right. Okay.
Then all the bodies in the tomb rise from the tomb, and the souls from the hell, whether the hell or heaven or purgatory, they come, join to the same, they recognize the body. Matthew chapter 25, 31 to 46, the last judgment. So he will separate them. The good will be in the right side and the bad will be in the left side. We know that's the last judgment, the final judgment. And then the good will go to heaven. Because Jesus said? Well and faithful servants, those the right side. Come and inherit the kingdom prepared for you from the creation of the world. Come and inherit the kingdom. Then I don't want the rest all of them. We had no time to go explain all these things. When I was hungry, you gave me food. You know the rest of them. And they asking, how do you see you hungry? How do you see you thirsty? How do you are strange? How do you are sick? Then Jesus, what he said? Whatsoever you do to least of my people, you do unto me.
Wow.
So come and inherit.
Yeah.
So our judgment based on our charitable work, how to deal with others, how to help others. Not me, not my family, not me, what I did for me, for child, for others. Whatsoever you do for others, the least of mine. Then the left side, you are accursed, you are punished, you go to the eternal hell. That's why eternal hell, talk about eternal hell. And prepare for the devil and his angels.
Yeah.
Okay? That's the reason we are different than the Hinduism and Christianity. We are not reincarnated. Once judgment, done. So, yoga is different. They more Kundalini. I don't have time to explain everything now to you. No time for that. But the Hinduism teaches at the base of this spine in a triangle in which lies a Kundalini. So this all these are Hindu things. So Aham Brahma. That Brahma means God. Okay, Aham, God inside. I mean God. I'm God.
Just like
that's totally against the teaching of
Christ, isn't
it? Christ. So I have no time to explain too much about because a lot of things I can talk. So any question about that?
I think it's been...
Any other things about what going on? Unfortunately, I'm sorry, I'm not judging anybody. God is the judge. Without knowing, and many people told me without knowing, they practice the yoga.
Yeah.
And Satan is, I told you before, again, I repeat you again, he's very cunning, very clever. And it's okay, this was teaching, this for your health. But it's no health for your soul.
Exactly.
The soul is dying and dead and mortal, and be good to help for that.
Weakens the soul. But it seems that the core essence of yoga is all about me, myself, which is completely, as you're saying, contrary to the gospel message of our being increases the measure we give it away, isn't it? And like looking out and thinking about others. But it's interesting to, as we explore deeper into yoga, just how sort of contrary to the message that Jesus is giving us, really.
And especially against the first commandment.
Exactly, yeah. Love the Lord your God, isn't it?
Serious. Definitely, if you repent, definitely good.
Yeah. Well, Father Jose, I don't know if there's anything more you want to add on yoga, but it was...
But I am telling the people who are listening, maybe some people don't agree with me, I know that. They can criticize me, I know that. They will judge me, I know. I don't care. God put me this time to tell you. God talking to you. I never say Father Jose talk to you. Yeah. I'm not talking to you. Jesus talking to you. Right now, you have to get rid of this evil, because this evil, this Satan is going to take your soul and take you to the hell. So please listen to God. Words coming through my mouth. So please don't practice this yoga for your health. Then you avoid your soul. So instead of yoga, there are many. I do my exercise. It is in the TV. There are a lot of exercises, thousands exercises there, and physical exercise there. You can now the smart TV. You see YouTube. You can put exercises, any kind of thing. I usually put my TV there, and my practice in front of them. I can do say the music and everything. I can do it. Why to go to yoga?
Yeah, exactly. There's so many exercises to do, aren't they? That's not
yoga.
Thousands.
So please don't go to yoga. That yoga, Satan lead you to the hell.
Yeah. I think
that's my, not God's message, you through me.
I think it's an excellent place to end. So yeah, Father Jose, thank you so much for going through that with us and sort of explaining that. And thank you for joining us here on Shekinah Europe.